Okay.
I'd like to call the meeting to order for August the 8th, 2023. Would you please stand for a moment of silence? Thank you. Would you please join in the Pledge of Allegiance?
And pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call.
Trustee Sheets. Trustee Hunter.
Here.
Trustee Good.
We didn't have any minutes. And I will make a motion to pay our expenditures. Do I have a second?
Second that.
Roll call.
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hunter.
Yes.
Trustee Good.
Yes. Is Hannah on?
Yes, she is.
Hi, Hannah. Thank you for being here tonight.
Hi there. Thank you for having me.
And we will go on to our department reports. Sergeant Holt.
I'm here again, so that means your liaison is not back to full duty, but like I told Mr. Sheets here, he's at the point where he's pretty much healthy, but with rules and regs, he has to stay off for a little bit, let those ligaments and tendons heal up. But he has been kind of getting the lowdown in the office and he has an idea of what he wants to do down here, and he's already got a few projects he wants to do as far as long-term and intermediate term. He's a worker. And your speed trailer, we have ordered another speed trailer. So when that comes in, we'll have a speed trailer for the west side of the county. So the east side guys can stop stealing ours.
Okay, good.
When does the school start here?
A week from Monday.
Okay, because we normally do some traffic enforcement in the mornings because those first couple of weeks are really crazy around school zones and all that. So expect to see us out here for the first couple, expect to see us out here all the time, but pretty heavy and pretty thick the first couple of weeks of school. And that's pretty much all the schools around here. That's all I have.
All right. Thank you. Hey, road department, Robert.
I had a meeting with the county engineers about the Timberlake grant, turned in all the paperwork that I had and kind of got a better understanding of how that works. I was told that right now they are on round 38 of funding. They said the last time Pleasant Township got any grant money was in round 7. So it's been quite some time since we've gotten anything from that. We started the complete reconstruction of the alley in Georgesville. We're going to be working on that all week and possibly part of next week. And they're calling for rain too, so we may be doing a little overtime on the good days. So Grassley Road, they surface treated that today. They said they still have a little touch-up work to do, but then it'll be done. We're done mowing the roads again, and then we had several spots. We had the county's backed their truck out in Oakhurst for cleaning tiles and opening up tiles we had roots in. So that's all I have.
Anything else for Robert? Would you like to?
Yeah,
Bring up your
I'd just like to
topic?
know why we're not doing Gay Road.
I actually had an estimate on getting the hill done for the time being. What I'm trying to do is do one road each year. And I want to say I think Grassley Road, I think Gay Road was done before Grassley last time, or after Grassley. So that's something we'll try to look into for next year. But I do want to go in up on the hill where all those potholes are starting and try to, if we don't have time, I did get an estimate from the county engineers to Dura patch it and It was like $8,700, so I think if we can find the time, we can do that ourselves. It's just, I've
I
got.
mean, I actually been putting that ditch back in there myself with my own backhoe.
Understand.
I've been doing it for years.
Well, right now, we're going, every time that washes out, I'm gonna put bigger stone like what you did.
Yeah, I've had to do that ditch line in my place. I mean, it was over my head. And that's the second load of stone that I put in that ditch line. That water comes off. I live on that hill, right where it washes out. Jeff wanted to get that tile and they wouldn't let him do it. But that other side of that road is washing out. I put all kinds of dirt. I dug on the opposite side, on the stone side, dug that whole ditch out, put all that dirt on the other side and opened that up. We're losing the road.
Yeah.
As simple as that. And we're putting money in other roads that don't need it. I don't understand it. I don't understand why we're not fixing what we need to be fixing.
I'm trying to. Because I have to clean that ditch and then we're gonna put more fours there. If I have to haul dirt in to bank up the edge, I will.
So when's this all gonna take place?
Like I said, I've got some time-sensitive projects I'm working on right now. Like the saddling has to be done by mid next week. So when we get caught up, we can try to get down there.
The tile you're talking about, but Jeff said that.
Jeff wanted to tile the hill, which I built a catch basin. Water comes down that hill so fast that I actually had to put stone in on the catch basin I built because it just washed over top of it and it's taking everything out.
When it comes in over the roadway or on the edge?
Off the
or
hill. When it rains, it's unbelievable.
Of the hill on the road?
Off the hill off Gay Road. It runs down Gay Road and there's no ditches. The ditches have never been dug out on there, never. And I've been out there all my life.
They've been dug out. When Jeff was here, we dug it out probably 15 years ago.
Well-
It's been dug out.
There's that culvert, there used to be a real nice culvert right there. You can't even see it for the weeds and the dirt. It's comes across Gay Road, that plugged up with brush and debris that washes under Gay Road that comes off the Sam Kill property. It comes down and goes across under Gay Road, right at Ray Sheridan's place. That's got big trees in it. It's just a matter of fixing it.
Okay. See what we can do.
Keep you on the agenda to keep it. In the radar.
They've been saying this for years. You know, we've been told this for years, that they're gonna fix it, they're gonna fix it, they're gonna fix it, and it don't get fixed. And it, you know,
To my knowledge, it's the first I've heard of it.
well, it goes way back in Jeff's time. You know, Jeff wanted to have that hill tile,
Now, what would the tile do? Like
drain the
tile,
water and stuff.
I mean, tile on the edge, like in the ditch?
Yeah, he was gonna tile the ditch line. There's no ditch there anymore. It's filled in. There's, on the other side of the road, when water comes down, it just erodes and goes into the woods or on down and erodes the sides of the road down. I'll take pictures next time it rains and show you how bad it is.
I'll drive over there. Is that something
It's
that would be
something,
normal to have a tile?
I don't know, I'd have
all-
to talk to the drainage engineers and see what the recommendation would be, but we've been fighting that problem for years. Just every time you get one of these monster rains, it just washes the edge of the road off, the berm off and stuff like that. So that's why we're trying to do something a little different, but yeah, like he's talking, when it washes that out, it fills the ditch in. So
It carries the stone down that road. You can't believe how much stone's on that road after a big rain. I mean, you can literally take it back, I take the backside down there, gather it up, and put it back alongside the road to fill in where the ruts are. Is that bad?
It is. I use our snowplow.
Well, when you get a chance, would you just talk to the county? See if they have any.
Yeah, I mean, let me get the
recommendations.
ditch cleaned out for starters. That's gonna
Yeah.
help.
That would help a lot to,
Yeah.
you know, go down through there and clean that ditch out, put that dirt.
Yeah.
I cut my hill down and took all the dirt across from my driveway and put it on the easement right there because it was gone. There was nothing there.
Well, because remember when we were down there and it had that lip and we cut that back?
Yeah, but you did it at my dad's house and that turned out really good. You know, when you guys cut that ditch line in there, but that's as far as it went.
Yeah.
Stone's place, I'm not kidding you, it floods.
Yeah.
And I went down and I dug it out. As a matter of fact, there was a couple of sheriffs stopped and was talking to me and said, man,
Did they use that driveway?
no, no,
Is the boy still in it?
no, they don't live there no more. There's a new guy lives there now.
Okay, I might talk to him and see if we can just.
Well, good luck with that. You probably ain't gonna want
Okay,
it. You know what I mean? Good luck with
I
that.
just do it and ask for forgiveness later.
Yeah, yeah.
How about Robert gets these projects finished, caught up, and then he'll
That'd be fine.
we'll
Just,
start
you know,
cleaning out the ditches and we'll take it a step at a time and talk to the county.
if we could
and
get
see
the,
if they
you
have
had a plan
recommendations.
for getting the hill done,
Hmm.
you know, and getting the hill done would really save a lot of it. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
and that would help tremendously, and then clean the ditches. I understand the cost of everything, the road, but the hill is the problem. The hill is totally the problem. I drove down Grasley Road and I was seeing the hill on Grasley Road. And Grasley it's not as bad as Gay Road, but you can see where the water rushes down Grasley Road and cleans out the side. I mean, water is just terrible. It erodes everything.
The storms haven't gotten that easy.
Yeah, that's right. It's getting worse, you know?
I'll see what I can do. I mean, we've kind of had a plan for years, but just, there's 3 guys here and a lot of miles road too, so.
I understand.
We'll get down there.
Thank you for coming, and if you'll just stay in touch and try to
Yeah, no problem. I mean, you know,
keep
I
us
help
reminded by
advocate, you
coming.
know what I mean? I'm not here to, it
I
just needs to be
understand.
fixed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
right.
Before you run off that road, you'll kill yourself. I mean, there's nothing there, you know.
Well, it's good you're here tonight, and then we can all work on it together.
Okay. You guys
You
just had a
keep-
tractor
you-
go down in that ditch that when they were mowing, there's holes there. He hit a hole and pretty bad. So, you know, it's just, that's another issue with cleaning that particular ditch that goes down all the way, you know what I'm talking about, past
Oh,
Ray
okay.
Sheridan's.
What he went into was one of them boxes,
Yeah,
so. We got a marker by it now. So, you know,
had a big old hole though.
it is a big one. I hate it when they put them things in, so. It's for,
Cable TV.
fiber optic lines, and they put these big boxes in like this, and I don't know what they're made of, but it's not very strong. So
Did they not put a lid on
there's a lid on it, or there was. No, it won't.
it? It fell through it.
Well, he called it the one day, ripped the lid off, but they really was needed mowed pretty bad there, and he didn't see it, so.
Don't you guys have one of those mowers that,
But we only run it once or twice, try to run it once late summer like that, yeah, it's got a big reach.
I mean, it's just safer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It cut mower, my opinion.
To mow all the roads with that, it's time consuming, because you're going a lot slower, because you have to work that arm. And a lot of times we'll just use it in the winter time to knock brush back and stuff like that. But yeah, we will hook it up after we get caught up and stuff and go, like, especially on Gay Road, we use it a lot there, that's the kind of main one we use it on. and several other places behind Jordan.
But that, if you guys get that culvert opened up, I think you'd see a big change
Well-
in, you know, cause it's just completely closed up.
Another thing, the drainage engineers was talking to me about that whole, where you're talking about where he got stuck.
Yeah,
Tommy Justice is wanting us to widen that whole thing too.
yeah. Well, that's what it needs, cause to
Yeah.
carry the volume of water, that water comes down there so heavy that it's in his
It
field.
goes down this field.
It's in his field because throughout the years, that was not, you know, it's not cleaned and it's growed up with, you can't really see it because it's so growed up now. And once you dig it out, I don't know what the solution is, but you know, it needs to stay dug out and, I don't know, rock, tile, something. But the culvert worked great. You know, the flood of 1950, when that culvert was in down there, the water flew through there. And they did a nice job when you know where I'm talking about, right there across the street from Ray's. There's a concrete, they took that brick and they went under Gate Road with it, and they made a real nice concrete. You can't see that thing now. I used to play in that thing as a kid.
What we have to do a lot of times is, on that exit of that,
Yeah,
it'll build up with sand and stuff, and we have to pull that out once in a while too. So,
all that's coming from the stone washing down Gate Road off the side ends up down there.
but there's something we've tried in the past too. We had like extra cold mix, like filling potholes,
Yeah,
and we filled that before too, and then it washes behind it. So
I don't know if they're matting or something like, you know, it's something,
there's various other erosion control methods, and I'll just have to look into some. Depending on what it is, I'll have to budget for it, or
this is something that can be subcontracted out and bring a.
that's something I'd have to give the drainage engineer about, so.
Well, I appreciate it.
We appreciate you coming tonight, and if you, we'll keep
I
it
just
on.
don't lose the road. I ain't going nowhere.
We'll keep it on our weekly thing,
Okay.
and then if
Appreciate
you
it.
come in periodically and just keep us on top of it.
I'll, you know, when it rains, I'll show you some pictures of it.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
pretty,
well, next big rain, I'll drive over.
yeah. Yeah, look, you won't believe what comes down that road. And I imagine Grassley, look, you live on you live on Grassley, that corner right there coming off that hill, I imagine there's quite a bit of rain, water comes down that hill too.
Yeah, I tend to stay, I'm on the other side. So I
Okay.
tend to Not
You
use
don't have
that
to worry
side so much, just because it is a little tricky, but I understand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Is that it for road department?
I'm finished.
All right. We'll go on to the fire department, Chief Whiting.
Yep, still working on gathering information for the EMS fire levy stuff. Training now, we recently participated with Scioto Township. They did brought some people in and they utilized our trailer for some farm rescue stuff, apparatus. Randy's still using our engine and medic. So start billing her. So, staffing, we had a resignation letter from Jason Noonan effective August 11th, but he's going to stay part-time. And then we're finishing up conducting interviews for full-time firefighter positions. I know we had that discussion last meeting.
Well, back to his resignation.
What's that?
That makes us three
Three.
full-timers.
3 full-timers.
Gone.
Yes.
So how is that going with our overtime?
You know what? It hasn't been bad. I've been trying to fill as many slots as I can. In the daytime, I'm filling some
You
slots.
yourself.
Me, myself, yes. So I'm doing that to try and reduce as much as possible.
We appreciate that, and that's unheard of in every fire department around here.
Well, yeah, don't tell too many people because they'll get offended and start calling me and say, what the hell are you doing? But
We do
it's,
appreciate it very much.
but you know, it's any little bit. And I will tell you, those guys appreciate it. They really
I'm sure they
appreciate
do.
it. So, because they're not getting forced all the time and it's making it work for them. So. But had about 25 people put in. You know, we're obviously looking for paramedics, but I think we had that discussion that we're willing to take, some people may not be paramedics just for their commitment and work through that because, you know, that commitment's going to be key, getting someone that wants to be here and wants to stay. So. Station wise, we got a couple entrance doors that are bad and we're working on it. We couldn't get them fixed. We worked at it and so we had to call a door company, but that's going to be a while. And then, we received a renewal notice from WebEx, which, I think, Paula, has the invoice and I think she's going to do a check for that tonight. And I think that's about all we have.
Anything else? Thank you. Hey, anybody have old business? Any new business?
Got that letter, Super Road drainage. I'd like to read this card into the minutes. It says, this is from the Franklin County Engineers Department. It's a public meeting. Zuber Road Plum Run Drainage Improvement. It is Thursday, August the 17th, 2023, 6 to 7 p.m. The meeting will be held at the Franklin County Sheriff's Office Training Academy, 6373 Young Road, Grove City. If anybody has questions before the meeting, then contact Abby Obert, Drainage Project Engineer and Training at 614-525-5138. Pretty much it.
Would you repeat that number again, Ed, just so we get it on the thing?
614-525-5138. You can also contact her on an email at aobert@franklincountyengineer.org.
And you plan to attend that?
I am going to attend that. The project overview. The project seeks to improve drainage in the Plum Run watershed, beginning east of Harrisburg Pike to Redpath Road by restoring the existing ditch profile, installing new storm sewer, installing new culverts under Zuber Road, Young Road, and Redpath Road. The meeting will start at 6 p.m. with a brief presentation. Personnel representing the Franklin County Drainage Engineer's Office will be available to discuss the proposed improvements. Following the presentation, a question and answer session will be held. Everyone will have the opportunity to express their views. Comment forms will be available at the meeting at the Franklin County Engineer website. Should.
Anything else under new business? Okay. Paula?
Okay, can I get a copy of what you read? Because that was
Yeah, you
a lot of information.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We agreed, in the mail last night, there was two, notice, but one of them actually looks like it should have went to Franklin Township, but, says notice of public hearing, a resident at 5373 Norton Road, is requesting a variance from, the Ohio Revised or the zoning code, for construction of a pole barn in a riparian setback in section another code to exceed the maximum size, etc. And that hearing is Monday, August 21st,
That address you read is here.
5374.
Oh, 74. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Maybe I said it wrong. But yeah, it's 5374. And so we received the notice because we were within 300 feet of the property. And then, like I said, the other one should have went to Franklin Township. Okay. They must have been stuck together or something. Received a couple emails on the mosquito spraying that was scheduled for last on the 2nd. Just a quarterly report for Ohio Deferred Comp. August Wellness Resource and Participation. I forwarded that information to the board. Franklin County Board of Elections, it was just a news release about deadline to submit absentee. They were having a meeting yesterday. County Commissioners had a meeting scheduled for today, but it was canceled. Just a newsletter from SWACO on recycling, information from Ohio Township Association on education and events. Community leasing is just, that's who we have the lease with the fire truck. They just been sending like informational type emails. Wellness coach information, newsletter from Deferred Comp. 2 emails from about Sedgwick, just note information. Teladoc Health just sent like an informational. We received, it was SERV's 2022 health insurance report for public entities, and I forwarded you guys that email. And I did print it out. It's pretty thick, so if somebody just wants to look at it rather than try going through the computer, it's fine. And then SERB, October 3rd and 4th is having an academy training. More information from Township Association, legislative alert, Franklin County Soil and Water newsletter. Bureau Worker Comp is webinar. Just more information from the Franklin County Board of Health on voting change information. And I received an email and I didn't see it in time, but it said that Consortium 2, which is the 2024 recycling renewal.
What now?
They call it the Consortium 2, all the, like we're part of it for the recycling. And it says at the end of the year, our recycling contracts will automatically renew for 2024. They had a meeting, said it would allow them to just touch base on the renewal and to check in to see how things are going. So I know that you usually do that. So. And then for solid waste grant update on like for waste reduction grants that they have a deadline. That's all I have.
Thank you. And we go through our speaker sheet. Does anyone have anything else? And I'll make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? Second. Roll call?
Trustee Sheets,
Yes.
Trustee Hunter,
Yes.
Trustee Cook.
Yes.